Hi, if you are born on 7th, 16th, or 25th, then you're ruled by the planet Ketu, and your Mulank comes as to be number 7. And we are going to understand in this video how your Mulank is going to get impacted by the energies of Mars, which is the ruling planet for 2025. Imagine a headless person, because Ketu is headless. Now has the head of aggression, impulse, ambition, passion, a warlike attitude, a winning attitude, victorious attitude. Also discipline, dedication, because it's a soldier. What's going to happen? And Ketu, while it's headless, Ketu also represents enlightenment, detachment. And in the process of finding the detachment, a lot of dependency on people, that these people have to understand and then let go. Ketu is also logic, it's research, it's reasoning, it's spirituality. So just imagine with symbolisms like that represented as headless, now coming into this very aggressive, winning, victory mindset and energy. So Ketu keeps on saying, because of the detachment, do I really need to care that much? But Mars is like, yeah. And you know what? It's not just caring. You're doing it to win. So it's a great position for all those who are in leadership roles, who are starting their own business or who are already in their business, because it'll give you good confidence. It'll give you that energy to go out, achieve it, and win at it. Okay? However, some schools of numerology believe that Mulank 7 is twisted. Like people who are ruled by Mulank 7 are slightly twisted in their mind. They overthink even where it's not necessary. So they end up self-creating a lot of issues which are not even their own, which they didn't have to create in the first place. And mostly with this Mulank, what they have seen is that either their mom suffered or they did not like the life of their mom, or their mom impacted them in a very unique manner. Could also be like, you're borrowing the learnings from your mother, because of which ultimately the mindset is that I want to go out at it with the world. Okay. Uh, there is something as a disclaimer which I'll give towards the end of the video that people in this Mulang need to understand. Right now, we will move to other things. So first, we'll talk about your traits. High aggression is a very possible outcome this year. It's extreme competitiveness, almost like going to any extent for your desires. Even if that means deploying the bad side of you just to achieve that desire heedlessly. It isn't very favorable if a person is not very spiritual. This is where the disclaimer is that if you're spiritual, and not just like, oh, I believe in spirituality, I pray, etc. But if you really practice the beliefs of spirituality, if you believe in that calmness, if you believe in the oneness of the world, then this is going to be a fabulous year for you without a lot of problems coming your way. You would really shine in everything that you do. But like I said, number 7 is believed to be twisted in some ideologies, and with the aggression of Mars or the ambition and the victorious nature of Mars, what can happen this year is you would feel like going to any extent. I want to get it anyhow, anyway. This can sometimes make you a bit malicious in the year, a little bit evil as per society. It might come across as you being a bit too sabotaging towards others. You may be inclined to do things which could be ethically or morally wrong, because in your head you just want to win. Or if you have constantly felt opposite, that life has sabotaged me, which is not likely to be a case, honestly, with this Monarchs. I would want you to do a bit of soul searching there. But if that is the case, then you would just constantly keep on believing that the world is out to sabotage me. But you would not stop at that. Because of this mindset, oh, the world is trying to sabotage me. There is 30 things wrong in the world. So I need to be on top of the game. You would, in fact, be sabotaging others, and maybe in that process sometimes yourself also, because it's almost like to say that, from a dharmic and a karmic point of view, how long can maliciousness go on in the world, right? Okay. So now coming on to your relationships, immense power struggle and power control with spouse or with your romantic partners would be seen in this year. It could actually also lead to a lot of problems in your romantic relationships. Even in your family, there's a chance that you would just want to win. You just want dominance this year. Um, if your Ketu is very poorly placed, then it might bring a lot of feelings of underappreciation, because of which again you would act out and you would want to assert that dominance in a very confrontational manner. But the big thing for you this year is going to be controlling your aggression and your dominance and control needs. You might come across a bit deranged to your spouse, to your immediate family and friends, because that's how aggressive you would be in nature. Those who are single, you are going to very strategically mingle this year. It's almost like, you would be giving yourself a pat on the back, because you would be telling yourself, I'm so clear in what I want. And there is a chance, like if other astrological placements, your personal year number, numerologically, everything is supported. If you find someone this year, you might literally, first in your head tell that, I knew what I wanted. And that is the only reason I decided to go ahead with this person. So in your mind, everything is going to be a bit of a strategy, as if I've done everything with so much strategy. I've always had like, a part of my brain thinking about where is it that I've been. But at the same time, you might feel very detached from homely responsibilities, because it's like you just want to make your place in the world now. So you might snub away a lot of regular chores, responsibilities, because they do not seem as important to you. I had my nicer specs that I had to wear for the video, which I forgot. So here they are. Now coming to your career, too much ambition, too power hungry. While it'll make you a great leader, because the headless Ketu would finally have an ambitious soldier-like head, which means it knows how to lead. It knows how to control situations, give direction. So this will be helpful if you're in a leadership role or if you run your own business. However, your extreme ambition can also make you heedlessly start new things. Like, you might start a new business, or you might immediately change your line of work only to realize it was not needed, or it's not within your capacity, or you can't handle it. It requires more than you deciphered. You will see success in your career, in your job. However, beware of being in this, I want it anyhow. And for that, I'll go to any extent, even if it's morally or ethically wrong, to go get it. Because next year is the year of Sun. And Sun is Nyay Devta. So Sun would come and it would be taking you through this journey of justice. So whatever you do wrong would come back to you. So another thing that you would want to be careful of is, because, your mind is going to be so overactive through the year, almost like that, oh, I have to be like on top of my game. I have to be out there. Oh, this person could be thinking like this. Oh, this person could be doing this to me. So how do I counter it? Even if nothing is happening, that is a possibility, So you would want like many, many short breaks this year, because that would be the only way to like calm down and center yourself. Now coming on to your health, a lot of lethargy this year, because mind is too overactive. Inflammation in body is very strong chances this year. You'd be so overactive, always overthinking about what can go wrong or how can I have everything under my control, that it will impact your mental health also quite a lot. Because of which, you could have a lot of moodiness, random outbursts of aggression. You could feel a little bit deluded mentally and emotionally this year. There's also a very strong possibility of certain confrontations which are going to be very uncomfortable this year. So you may want to be a bit careful of that. And like I said, just keep your way of conducting yourself very morally and ethically correct. And if someone is trying to have a child, I don't think this year is going to be the year. It might be a little bit difficult this year. One key advice here is, overall, just to calm this mind of yours, whatever is yours and is written for you, it will find you. Whatever is meant for you, it already belongs to you. So you do not need to go out in a warlike situation with the world, or generally see people or situations as obstacles in your path. Because even if they are not, you would already be in this attack mode, in this competitive fierce mode. Spiritually understand that, everybody is on their own journey and what's rightfully yours will find you. If someone here is spiritual, then there's a chance that this might be a much better, much calmer year where your relationships, your work, everything is going to shine and you will be rewarded. If you're not spiritually inclined and you know that, yes, it does tend to, your Mulank does lead to you being a little bit too competitive, too aggressive, a little bit twisted. I'm sorry to be using that word. You might want to move a little bit towards the dharmic way of doing things, because Mars is also dharma. It's also a dharma, right? Like Arjun, when he was fighting in the battle, it was a dharma that he was completing. That's why Krishna Bhagwan was there with him. So this is what you need to understand. Right things. So that was it for you, Mulank 7. If any part of this video resonated, do go out and check out your last year's Mulank videos also. Let me know if anything resonated from that. Do leave a comment below and do subscribe to my channel. I'll see you next time. Bye.